Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you find yourself. Welcome back to Visa Preps with Excel with Emmy. As usual, I'm going to take a couple of minutes to start at 3 minutes. I'm going to share the link, and then once people join, we can start. So hold on, don't go anywhere. Hi everybody. We are waiting 3 minutes to start. Waiting for people to join. All right. Let me share the link. All right, welcome back with Excel with Emmy. Today's your first time you are joining. Please hit the subscribe button and turn on notification for this channel. Let's do this visa thing together. You want to also share the link to other people you are pursuing this dream with, so that they can also benefit from this. And today we are going to do a mock session. If you have any question, you can join the link as well. I've pinned the link on YouTube, so you can also join and ask your questions. All right. Time is fast spent. Yakubu, how are you doing?
I'm good in yourself.
I'm good. So let's start. Tell me about your funding.
I've been fortunate enough to be granted a $12,500 scholarship from the University of Bridgeport. And my father, who's in the person of Abdul Mumuni Yakubu, will take care of my 44,000 deficit. He's an entrepreneur and also Misunka, where he deals in the importation and sale of car parts and car accessories for more than a decade. He earns an annual income of averagely $150,000.
All right. Tell me about your program.
I'm going to pursue a bachelor's degree in computer science at the University of Bridgeport, and I'm pursuing this degree in this program because I'm passionate to become a network engineer. And this degree is going to provide essential skills and deep understanding in computer science, specifically networking, which will help me become a network engineer.
Tell me about your program. So you are telling me about the program. So you want to talk about how many courses you are taking, how many credits you'll be taking. So can you take that again?
Okay, for that question, I was going to work on it. I was going to work on it for that question. I was going to work on it.
Okay. Yeah, but you have to know the difference. Tell me about your program is how what information do you have about the program, right?
Okay,
Like how
okay.
many courses you are going to do. Are you going to do a capstone? Is it going to be an internship? Is it going to be research or thesis? And it's undergraduate, so most likely there will not be a thesis or something, but you have to know what the course and so it's like what are some of the courses you are going to take. All right.
Okay, okay,
Okay,
okay.
Yakubu, what's your plan after school?
After studying, I plan to enhance my father's business by using my knowledge in programming to create a website which is going to make the advertisement and sale of his goods easily, and also use my knowledge in network security to create a secured network for his company against fraudsters, which I believe is going to enhance customer trust.
Yakubu, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, I can't hear you. Yakubu, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I can you yeah, Yakubu.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you take it again? I had a call came through that disrupted you. So
Okay.
yeah,
Um,
what's your plan after school?
And I said, after study, I plan to enhance my father's business by using my knowledge and programming to create a website which is going to make the advertisement and sale of his goods easily, and also use my knowledge in network security to create a secured network for his company against fraudsters, which I believe is going to enhance customer trust.
Okay, all right. Why did you choose this program?
I chose this program because I've always been passionate to become a network engineer. And I believe this program is going to provide essential skills and deep understanding in networking, which is going to help me achieve a successful career in networking.
Okay, convince me to approve your visa.
The approval of this visa is going to grant me entry into the United States, which is going to, which I believe is the place to acquire this knowledge and skills in computer science, because my dad's business is my top most priority. So I plan to come to Ghana to enhance his business with the knowledge I'm going to earn in the United States.
All right, I'm approving your visa. But you should know the difference between what program, why did you choose this program, and tell me about your program. But tell me about your program. You're expected to tell how many courses you're going to take, how many credits you're going to take. I think your funding, you said your father or your uncle is sponsoring
My
you.
father,
Do you have a sponsorship letter from him? Do you have a
yes,
bank statement from him? Yeah.
yes,
I want to make sure you have all of those things.
okay.
Okay. Charles,
Yes, good evening.
good evening. How are you doing?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm good. Charles, tell me about your
Okay.
who is funding your trip.
I have been fortunate to receive 80,000 scholarship from my school,
No.
and
So everyone on the call, like I did, maybe Yakubu, I didn't ask you this, but in case you get this, who is funding your trip, and who is funding your who is funding your schooling is different things. So who is funding your trip is who is buying the plane tickets for you to get here. That can be different from your sponsor who is paying your school fees. So Charles, once you have the difference, who is funding your trip?
Okay. So I will be funding my trip. I work as an account officer at GT Bank, so I've made some savings in order for me to fund my trip.
Charles, are you here? Charles. All right, Salma. Salma.
Hi. Hello.
Charles, are you here? Salma, can you hear Charles?
No, I can't hear him.
Oh, I can't hear any of you. Sorry.
Hey, can you hear me?
Salma.
Yeah, can you hear me?
For some reason, I can't hear any of you. Yakubu, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Okay,
you.
then it's a problem from Salma and Charles. Salma and Charles, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Charles, can you hear me? Charles? Okay, Charles has dropped. So Salma, tell me about your school.
Okay, so I'll be going to Community College of Philadelphia to study an associate degree in healthcare. Community College of Philadelphia is an outstanding school in Philadelphia, and it has an outstanding degree program in healthcare, which perfectly aligns with my career goals. And also renowned for their exceptional healthcare programs, state of the art facilities, and experienced faculty, which shows that students receive high quality practical education. And CCP also have a commitment to student success through support services like academic advising and career counseling.
Okay. Salma, tell me your plan after school.
So after school, I plan on returning to Ghana to integrate my bachelor's degree in agriculture together with my associate degree in healthcare to improve health outcomes in Ghana and enhance patient care, as I am committed to making a positive impact on Ghana's healthcare and food production system.
Okay. Um, why did you choose this program?
So I chose to study this program because I have a bachelor's degree in agriculture, and with this bachelor's degree I have worked as an assistant agric officer, which has made me spend most of my time in rural areas. So I during my time there I noticed a critical challenge in these rural areas, which is there limited access to quality health services, and this has increased the high rate of mortality of mostly mothers and children in these rural areas, and the numbers keep increasing. And with this experience, it has highlighted for me the intersection between health and agriculture, as a healthy community is essential for sustainable agricultural development. So with this issue, I decided to go into apply for an associate degree in healthcare, which is going to provide me with practical and hands-on experience and skills that I can apply immediately upon my return to Ghana. And this associate degree is also 2 years, which means that I will gain these skills in a shorter period of time. And this means I can start making a difference in this rural sector more quickly than if I'm to pursue a higher degree
All
in
right.
health.
Why didn't you go for a bachelor's degree in nursing, but rather an associate degree in nursing?
So with an associate degree, first of all, it's going to provide me with practical hands-on experience and skills that I can apply immediately upon my return to Ghana. An associate degree also has a duration of 2 years, which will allow me to gain these skills in a much shorter period of time. This means that I can start making a difference in the rural healthcare system more quickly than if I were to pursue a 4 years bachelor's degree. And this program
Oh,
is
an
also
associate degree is 2 years. Why
yes.
can't you pursue an associate degree in your home country, but rather you want to travel to the US?
So I chose to I chose to pursue the associate degree in the US because the US has high quality education, advanced medical technology, and also state of the art facilities available there. And also, the US also offers exposure to diverse healthcare practices and valuable networking opportunities with global professionals. And a degree from a recognized US institution is highly accredited and respected globally, especially in Ghana here, which will enhance my ability to implement effective healthcare solutions in rural Ghana. And this recognition can open up more opportunities for partnerships, funding, and support for my future project aimed at improving healthcare in rural areas.
Okay. Who is funding your studies?
So my dad is going to fund my studies. He's an entrepreneur and also works as a financial assistant. He earns an annual income of $150,000. He owns Sonka Enterprise, where they deal in the sales and purchase of spare parts of automobiles, and he also works as a financial assistant at Samuel Engineering and Trading Company Limited.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm approving you. I think that today your answers were better than yesterday when it comes to why you chose an associate degree over a bachelor's degree and why you are doing a switch from agriculture to nursing. So, yeah,
Okay, thank you.
no problem. So, Hill, Khan. So, Khan. Okay, maybe the person has forgotten the name they use. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am, I'm ready.
Okay. Khan, tell me about your program.
Okay, my program is a master's in business analytics, which has core subjects like data analysis, data visualization, machine learning, and business strategies. My program offers 36 credits out of 36, 18 core courses, 9 foundation courses, 6 electives, and 3 capstone projects.
Um,
That's
why
it.
why the US?
Sorry, officer.
Why the US?
Okay, there are several reasons I have chosen USA for higher education because it offers access to world-renowned universities, diverse academic programs, and extensive opportunities for academic and personal development. Additionally, a US degree can enhance career prospects and provide a global perspective. So that is the reason I have chosen USA for higher education.
Okay. What's your plan after school?
Sorry, ma'am. I can't.
What's your plan after school?
Okay. After completing my masters, I'll return to India and utilize the skills which I gained from my masters and apply in companies like TCS, Wipro, Infosys, Amazon at a higher level.
Okay. Why should I approve your visa?
Okay, I believe that I deserve the visa as I fulfilled all the requirements of my studies. If it is rejected, I understand the decision. I'll surely reappear for the interview.
You mentioned that you know all the requirements of the visa. What are some of the requirements of the F1 visa?
Okay, what are the?
You don't know?
No, ma'am, I can't.
Yeah, so you that question you can always avoid it because if you say that I think I deserve the visa because I know all the F1 visa
Mm,
requirement, then the next follow up question, tell me some of the F1 visa, right?
mm,
So you want to say that maybe why should I approve your visa? You want to answer it. Approving my visa will grant me the opportunity to go to the United States to study a master of science in computer science. This program will help me acquire the knowledge, necessary knowledge and skills to return back to my home country, India, to work with a tech company to solve this problem and provide this solution, right? But
okay.
aside that, some of the visa um things about F1 is that you have to have the present intent to exit the United States after school. You have to have the present intent to go to the United States with the sole purpose of studies. You have to be able to have sufficient funds to
Yeah.
to sponsor yourself in your first year. You have to comply with the rules such as working not more than 20 hours per week in while you're a student. So I've
Okay.
mentioned 4. You can just give them 2 of these and you should be fine.
Okay, ma'am. I will be great for it, and I will definitely tomorrow.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Can convince me to approve your visa.
Okay. Ma'am, I'm very passionate about my studies. I'm committed to contributing to both the academic and my home country upon my return. And I believe that this opportunity will allow me to reach my fullest potential. And so that is the reason the visa get approved.
Okay. Last question. Who is funding your studies?
Okay. Ma'am, my father is funding my trip with his savings of 48 lakhs. And additionally, my father has 3 residential property and 1 commercial property.
Okay.
Ma'am, is that enough for answer for?
Yeah. Said your dad is sponsoring your studies, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So just make sure you have a sponsorship letter from your dad, and then
Okay.
also you have his bank statement. You have his bank statement, correct?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, ma'am. Okay. Anyone? Any
Yeah.
more question, ma'am?
Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, I'm lacking of. How's my confidence, ma'am?
Yeah, I think for me the rate of speech is a bit fast, so I was finding it hard to hear you. But I think that's just the accent barrier. You know, I have an accent too, so I understand when we speak. Like other people cannot hear us, so that alone, that was the only thing. But the confidence level is good.
Yeah, ma'am.
Like
Okay.
I had to like come closer to my device to hear you. But I think once you are with the visa officer, everything should be good.
Yeah, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you, ma'am.
no
Thank
problem. Benjamin, are you ready?
Hello, good
Good
evening.
evening. Are you ready?
Yeah, like this is my first time.
Okay.
So can you? This is my first time.
All right, Benjamin. How are you finding your studies?
Yeah,
Hello.
yeah, I
How are
can
you
hear
finding
you.
your studies? Yeah. Benjamin, so you said today is your first time. When you
Yeah,
join, we ask you
yeah,
question. I
yeah.
become
We'll go.
hmm? So when you join, I ask you questions at the visa officer, and then you answer as though this is your visa interview, and then we give you
Okay,
feedback based off the responses. Okay. So I said, how are you
okay.
funding your studies? I expect you to talk to me like the visa officer
I have,
and the feedback.
okay, sorry then. I
All
said
right. How
I
are
have
you?
a navigator and explorer award. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I said, oh please, ma. I said like I'm little bit of stammering, so that's why.
You what?
I said like, but whenever I'm talking, I normally stammering.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's why.
All right. All right. I understand that. Tell me about
Yeah,
your
I should. I said like you are trying to ask me
yes.
who's funding my trip, right?
You said
I said like you are trying to ask me who is funding my trip.
no. Tell
I
me
have a
about
navigator
your
and hello.
yeah. Tell me about your program. All right, Benjamin. I'll mute you and then I'll talk to you later. Delta, are you ready? Delta. Noah, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Hello, Noah. Noah, you muted yourself. Delta, are you ready? All right, Precious, are you ready?
Yes, please, I'm ready. Good evening.
Good evening. Precious, how are you funding your studies?
Okay, I was awarded a scholarship of $18,500 from my school, and my deficit of $27,330 will be covered by my father, in person of Mr. Rosmi Akineye.
Is that all?
He owns a company, 100 million naira, which is about $830,000. His company deals in distribution of food products and is an accredited distributor of food products from food companies in Nigeria like Farms of Nigeria PLC, Mama Gold PLC of Nigeria, and he currently has three warehouses in Lagos.
Okay. Tell me about your program.
Okay, bachelor's degree in nursing at the Robert University is a 4-year program. In the first year, it'll be necessary for me to take a total of 120 credit hours, and the first year I'll be taking courses like biology, physiology, and the following years I'm taking more advanced courses like professional nursing, psychology, pharmacology.
All right. So, why did you choose this program?
Okay, I chose this program because of my passion to see people, to see the well-being of people, and also I chose this program based on a story I heard about a guy who suffered from drug addiction and eventually ran mad in society, and this drew my interest to the mental health sector in the country of Nigeria. And I made research and I found out that there are over just 1,000 mental health nurses in the country, which shows that there is need for urgent attention to mental health care in Nigeria. And pursuing this program will equip me with knowledge and experience needed when I return back to my country to pursue a career as a mental health nurse in Nigeria.
Okay. What's your plan after school?
Okay, upon completion of
So
this
wait,
degree.
you gave me two answers, right? First one was the passion, second one. So I think that the second one makes more reasonable sense than the first one. So you want to bring the first one, and then if
Okay,
the visa officer cuts you in, at least you give a very tangible reason rather than just passion alone. And then you can
okay,
say the passion as your second choice. Okay.
all right.
All right. What's your plan after school?
Okay, upon completion of this degree, I'll be returning back to my home country, to pursue to begin my career in nursing. Firstly, I'll obtain my license from the Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria to practice as a nurse in the country.
So if you
And
would have to obtain a license after schooling in the US, why don't you take your degree in the Nigeria?
okay, I chose the US because of its diverse educational system and the opportunity to for more practical experience in
So
this.
I have a problem with you in the sense that some of the words we may use at the visa interview is going to generate further questions. Because
Okay,
what are your plan after school? After school, I plan to come back to my home country as a practicing nurse in, let's say, Lagos hospital, right? You
okay,
could have just said that, but for you to say that I'll come attain a license, if you are schooling and you have to attain a license in your home country, why don't you do the degree in your home country? You are telling me
okay,
because the US has advanced da 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 da. Are you telling me your home country does not have any nursing program that provides
okay,
this? I've always said that don't downgrade your home country at the expense of elevating the United States, because that tells that you have an immigrant intent of staying in the United States, and you
okay,
just did that. So this one, like, you'll be like, oh, the visa was the interview was going well. I don't know what went wrong, but it's because of the word. I'll come and attain my license. If you're attaining your license in Nigeria, take your degree in Nigeria, and so you don't have to take any license.
okay.
So what's your plan after school?
Okay, after school, I'll return back to my home country to practice as a nurse, and I'll take up a role at the Federal University Psychiatry Hospital in Lagos, Nigeria, where I would be working as a mental health nurse.
Are you currently working in this company?
No, I am not.
What's your guarantee that you are going to get a job offer there after school?
Wow. Based on my knowledge and skills.
All right, go and think about it, because
Okay.
usually I always say that it's more feasible to say you are returning to your current place of work. There are instances where you may not be working right now, so then you have to think about, if you are mentioning the name of a company, do you have an offer with them? What's your guarantee that you are going to get an offer with them after school? How feasible is it? Does that scream immigrant intent? You want to think about these things yourself even before you join any mob session, because not everyone is going to point it out to you. But you think that's a valid question, right?
Yeah, yes it is.
Yeah, sure.
It is. Okay. It's just that I do not have like a background in the health sector. I'm not working currently, so I just picked like a place, you know, like
All right. So, what background do you have?
it's like my academic background.
Yes, ma'am.
I finished high school in 2022, and after that I started taking gap year.
All right. So, even with that, it brings me to my next question. Why did you take this long gap after your high school?
Okay, after high school I started taking gap year to focus on applying to universities and um
So, you took
you
2 years to focus on applying
no,
to.
no, it was just a year. Then I applied last year. It was just a year gap. Then I applied last year. Then I couldn't like go to school like last year.
Okay.
Okay, so that was what happened. Yeah, I'm
So,
applying again.
with this question, you'll be like, I took a 1 year gap between 2022 and 2023, because I wanted to, after high school, I wanted to know what I really want to do and where my passion lies, and also read a program that will help solve a problem in the society and provide a solution. And that led me to choosing nursing, because less with nursing I can save lives, I can improve the quality of life of other people. Just be confident. You are saying
Okay,
something but you're not confident. Even me, I'm not reading nursing or anything, but I just put together this, right?
okay.
Yeah. All right. Do you have any questions?
Yes. So if like in the DS 160 at the last part where they ask you if anyone helped you to fill your form, like towards the end,
What did you choose?
I picked no. So
Okay.
it's fine, right?
Yeah.
Because
What's the question? Is it fine that you chose no?
yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then so if they ask me, because I know they can ask how did I pay my service fee, right? And but like it's my brother that paid.
And where's your brother?
He's in the US also. He's a student too.
I mean, the most feasible answer is that you contacted your DSO and then they led you to a student in the USA who paid for you. Or I've heard people say that they paid through the Pay for Me app. I also know that friends can pay it while you are in the while they are in the US. So it can be a friend, anybody, unless you put your brother in the DS 160 as your brother. Then you want to go
Yes.
ahead and disclose that your brother paid your service fee for you. Your brother is currently a student and he's planning to come back after school.
Okay.
Mm,
All right. Thank you very much.
no problem. Joseph.
Hello,
Yeah, Joseph, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking.
All right, let's start. Joseph, tell me about your program.
The Master of Accounting program at Washington University, Olin Business School.
At where?
At Washington University, Olin Business School.
Okay.
Please, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. This program has been designed to maximize my learning capabilities and also to build my skills in accounting. And it has been structured in such a way that it has core courses which give students the strong basics in accounting and also elective courses which gives the requisite skills and knowledge in accounting for me to take the position as a chief accountant for Domas Central Education Office. Again, the course is a 33 credit hour program with 15 courses. That is 14 core courses and 7 core courses, 7 elective courses, and 1 experiential learning course. So
Yeah,
and it
so
has a
Joseph,
plan.
I want you to bring this one first. I said, sorry, tell me about your program, right? So you want to tell me
Yes,
what the program entails. I like the fact that you know the courses you are going to take, the experiential learning, and all of that.
yes.
So if you get a
Okay,
bit of that cutting, the first part you said it will help you acquire the necessary knowledge and skills. Every program everybody is going to read is going to help them acquire the necessary knowledge and skills. So you want to bring the part.
okay,
Tell me about your program, not what the program is going to do for you. So you want to bring this part
okay.
of your answer first, and then if you want to say anything else, you can go ahead and say it.
All right, all right. Okay, okay.
Also, what's your plan after school?
As a successful completion of the Masters of Accounting program, I will come back to take the position as the Chief Accountant for Doma Central Education Office. I've identified a problem among the heads of busy schools, such as financial misapplication and financial mismanagement. And I believe that acquiring these skills will help me to come and address and reducing these challenges that I've found in the education in directorate in my district. And in the long term, I plan setting up a financial consultancy firm to also give financial advice to small scale organizations in my community.
Okay, I think that's a very valid problem you want to solve, and then you have a solution for that problem. Joseph, who is funding your studies?
My cost of attendance of 83,549 uh, is going to be funded in this way. I've been awarded a merit-based scholarship of $60,000 out of the cost of attendance of 83,549. And apart from that, I've also secured a student loan of 15,869, which is going to complement in taking care of the tuition. I've also paid a tuition deposit of $1,000, which shows my commitment to the program. The other deficit of 27,000 is going to be taken care of by my brother, who has a stable business into importation of general goods and motor parts from China. We've discussed
All
this
right.
into details. He
So if I
believes.
understand you, how many funding sources do you have?
Okay, so I have a the merit-based award, which is $60,000 out of the cost of attendance. I also have a personal funding of 5,000 and a student loan, which is 15,000. So the 15,000 plus the loan takes care of the entire tuition fee, and then the deficit, which is mostly the living expenses, is taken care of by my brother and then my personal savings.
Okay, that's a lot of sources, though.
Yeah.
All right. So convince me to approve your visa.
Right. Approving this visa will go a long way to help me acquire the needed skills and knowledge to come back to Ghana and take the position as the chief accountant for Doma Central Municipal Education Office. And this will help in addressing the challenges I've identified from the various schools as a budget officer currently. And my analysis and auditing found out that these challenges, that is financial misapplication and mismanagement, is taking a toll on some of the schools in the municipality. So
When you
getting
say it's
this
taking a
visa,
tone, what do you mean?
some after the auditors report, most of the or some of the head teachers uh, were asked to refund some of the funds given to them from the government, and so I believe that uh, maybe they don't have much knowledge about how to manage these funds. And so getting such a knowledge in accounting from such a reputable institution or bridging the gap between uh, some of the head teachers who do not have much knowledge in accounting.
Okay. All right. So I think you want to explain like what effect is that thing causing on these schools, because if you say it's taking a tone on the schools, it can be anything, right? So give perspective to what problem you are trying to solve, because just taking a tone, you don't want to leave the visa officer to guess, right?
Okay, all right, all right, all
Yeah,
right.
please, do you have any questions?
Okay, thank you so. Um, for now,
No.
yeah. So usually, let me ask this. Usually, sometimes where the viewers usually ask, or sometimes they ask, has your sponsor sponsored someone before? So that question, I'm very skeptical about it, either to say
Yeah,
yes
so
or to say no. I
you,
don't
in
know
your case,
either
you said your
responses has
brother.
a negative or
Yeah. So in your case, did you say your brother is sponsoring you and your personal funds, and you got some scholarship? So you're funding your school in the
yes, he
US,
is
right?
taking.
So
Yes, my
typically,
personal funding is five
the
thousand and he's
okay. So
taking care
typical,
of. Yeah, so
typically, so
okay. Yes.
typically, that question is used to determine how credible your funding is, right? If the person has sponsored someone before,
Okay.
and the person has the person they were sponsoring, let's say your uncle is sponsoring you, and your uncle has sponsored someone before who is back in Ghana now working, it means that when your uncle makes a
Mhm.
commitment that I'll pay someone's school fees, they do pay it,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
right? So
Okay.
the most viable answer is that my brother has sponsored someone before, but the person is currently working in the Ministry of Health in Ghana. They are back home now. It means that the person has
Okay.
promised, but they have that commitment to um continue with that commitment to
Mm,
pay. Yeah. But if your person has not sponsored
okay.
someone before,
All
it's like they're using you as a trial luck. So they can decide to withdraw
right.
their
Okay.
sponsorship. And when the visa
Okay.
officer knows that the person has not sponsored anyone before, it's like, all right, I'm not guaranteed that this person is going to sponsor you. You are going to be left stranded in the US. Why should I approve your
Mm,
visa?
okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
we
So
always advise
usually, say
that,
advisable
yeah,
to.
you always advise that the person has sponsored someone before. This person is back home working in this and this company. It shows that the person has a commitment to sponsor you.
All right. So,
All right.
I want to ask a further question. Is it advisable to state that the person went for, or he sponsored somebody in a school in the US?
Yeah. So
Is it not
if they
risky?
sponsor someone before, even in Ghana, it's just showing that the person keeps their commitment. But if they have sponsored someone in the US, you can still say they sponsored someone in the US.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. I get it now.
Yeah.
All right.
Suzanne, are you ready?
Yes, please.
Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm good. So Susanna, tell me about your program.
A Masters of Accountancy in Western Illinois is a 2-year program that requires a minimum of 15 credit hours per semester and 30 credit hours for the end of the Masters. I'll be taking courses like financial statement and modeling analysis, advanced management accounting, advanced taxation, and advanced and contemporary issues in accounting.
Okay. What's your plan after school?
After school, I will be returning back to Ghana to take up the role as an assistant lecturer in the University of Ghana, where I currently work as a teaching assistant. This will help me meet up the requirement as an assistant lecturer and also help assist the increasing number of undergraduates due to the free SHS policy implemented by the government of Ghana.
All right. Who is funding your studies?
I was awarded an international commitment scholarship of $4,000 that covers 29% of my tuition, and the remaining deficit of $23,200 will be covered by my maternal uncle, who has been my primary sponsor ever since my father abandoned me. He he makes an annual income of 50,000 US US
How
dollars.
much is your deficit that your uncle is sponsoring?
23,200.
So your uncle is using close to a half of their annual income to sponsor you, right?
Yes.
Does your uncle have any children?
Uh, yes, he has. He has an only son, one son, and he has actually sponsored him to read Masters of Business Administration in Germany, but he's currently back in Ghana as an assistant lecturer in Fantiakwa South District Assembly, the local government service. It's part of the local government
All
service
right,
in Ghana.
Susanna, convince me to approve your visa.
Approval of this visa will enable me study a Masters of
Yeah,
Accountancy
I'm going to put my camera off and then I'll be interviewing you. Yeah.
in Western Illinois University, and this will enable me meet up the requirement to take up the role as an assistant lecturer in the University of Ghana, where I currently work as a teaching assistant, and also help assist in the increasing number of undergraduate students due to the free SHS.
Veronica, I thought yes, Debediano Veronica. Susanna, you were the one that said you are currently interning in the University of Ghana. So I was like, when you are talking about the fact that you are coming to take back an assistant lecturer, you want to state that you are currently working in this place, right?
Yeah.
You are the one, right?
You said I should state where that I'm currently working there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I'm listening.
And so approval of this visa will enable me gain the requisite skills and knowledge to take up the role as an assistant lecturer in the University of Ghana, where I currently work as a teaching assistant, and also help with the increasing number of students due to the free SHS policy that has caused an increment in the a 40% increment in the number of undergraduate students in Ghana universities.
All right. Yeah, do you have your uncle's bank statement and support letter? Just
Yes,
making. All right. Okay.
yes, please.
That's good. I think your answers are very good, though.
Okay, thank you. And I hope the confidence level was there.
It's low. Maybe it's just your sound actually.
Oh,
Sometimes
okay.
just says the sound, but in person it sounds better. So that's
Mm,
fine.
okay, thank you very
No
much.
problem. Aziz, are you ready to be interviewed? How are you doing today? Oh, Aziz, I can't hear you. Abubakar, are you ready?
Yes, please, I'm ready.
Okay, Abubakar, tell me about your program.
Higher Education Administration is designed to train college and university students. Higher Education Administration is designed to train college and university administrators. This program consists of 32 credit hours, which I'll be doing 28 credit hours coursework and 6 credit hours for thesis.
Okay, who is funding your studies?
My uncle will be sponsoring my studies. He is in a person of Mr. Richmond Ofosu Afo. His annual income is 1.7 million Ghana cedis. He is the CEO of Scrapdock Limited.
Can
He
you
is into the
tell
exploitation
1.6 million Ghana cedis in dollars?
1.6 million Ghana cedis. Okay,
Yeah, so when you always state a local currency, the visa officer might not understand the local currency. So I do advise that you state the amount in dollars as well, so you can say 1.6 million Ghana
okay,
cedis equivalent
okay.
to
Yes,
120,000.
okay,
Uh-huh.
okay. So this thing, 1.6 million Ghana cedis is equivalent to 97,000 US dollars.
Okay,
N-
$97,000. What is your deficit?
My deficit is 27, and my deficit is 26,000 US dollars.
Okay, that's enough money. Okay, let's go on.
Okay.
Does your uncle have any children?
Yes, my uncle has one son, and he's currently working at the Ministries of Education, at the Ministry of Education.
Okay. Convince me to approve your visa.
Approving this visa will allow me to study my master's at Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville. And upon my completion, I'll come back to Ghana to assume the role as an academic advisor. Because in my current role as an administrative assistant at Islamic University College, I encounter so many students who share with me the challenges that they face in choosing courses and major that aligns with their career goal. This experience has deepened my experience to pursue higher education administration at Southern Illinois University.
What's your plan after school?
Upon my successful completion, I'll come back to assume the role as an academic advisor at Islamic University College, Ghana. In my current role as an administrative assistant at Islamic University College, I encounter students who share with me the challenges that they face in choosing courses and major that aligns with their career goal. I realize the lack of academic advisor at my alma mater, Islamic University College, Ghana. This experience has deepened my interest to pursue this program.
All right, Abubakar, what if your visa is denied?
My
Hello?
purpose,
Okay.
my purpose, my My purpose is to attend Southern Illinois University and study higher education administration and come back to Ghana, assume the role as an academic advisor. However, if my visa is denied, I'll continue and I'll continue to work at my alma mater, Islamic University College, as an administrative assistant.
So you also want to state that when your visa is denied, you come back, you reassess yourself and reapply, okay?
Yes, please.
Yeah, don't say you go back to work at your alma mater. It means that even if they don't grant you your visa, you don't care. But you say that you believe that this visa should be approved, and that if your visa is not approved, you reassess yourself and reapply.
Okay, yes, please.
Okay. I think we're good for you.
Yes, please. It's good.
Yeah. Do you have any questions?
Yes, I have a question. So, uh, the annual income, I mean, the closing balance of my bank statement now is 92,000 US dollars. So, can I mention an annual income that is higher than the closing balance? Is it advisable?
Nobody earns 92,000 and have 92,000 in their account, because you spend the money where you earn it. So the amount that the person is making can be more than the money on their bank statement. It's not like when they get the money now, they just put it in the account. We use it for other stuff. You get it? So
Yes,
your
please.
bank balance can be lower than your your annual income. That's fine.
Okay. Okay. Yes, please. And you were also saying that it is advisable to attach this thing, sponsor's letter, to my bank statement. So the sponsor letter should it be, I mean, the letterhead should it be a company letterhead, or my uncle should write anything without any company head? Is it?
If your uncle has a letterhead, that's fine. If they don't have a letterhead, as long as you have the letter from them, it should be good. Just that the letterhead makes it more like convincing to approve the visa, because it just says that, oh, this person is working with this company, or in actual sense this person wrote it. But getting a letterhead is not hard. You can get it online. Write the letter for your uncle so that you can append the signature.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. All right. Okay,
Yeah,
that's fine. Thank you. Thank you
no
very much.
problem. All right. I'll admit comfort. Comfort, are you ready to speak? Aziz, are you ready? Aziz has been on the call, but I cannot hear from him. Comfort, are you hearing from Aziz? Comfort, I'm not hearing
I
from
can't
Comfort.
I can't hear from him. I can't hear from him.
Aziz, are you here? Okay, Aziz is not here, so I'm going to take him out of the call. Veronica, for some reason, I'm not able to admit you, so just leave the call completely and join again, okay? Mariam, I think I interviewed you already, right?
No, not yet.
Okay, Comfort, let's go. Um,
Okay,
how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you too?
I'm good. Comfort, I do see that you've been denied a visa before. What has changed?
My founding story has changed. Previously, I was not having enough funds to fund my education abroad, but currently my daddy has agreed to sponsor me. He earns 200,000 US dollars annually, and he owns a private hospital in my community with a staff strength of 25, and he's a distributor of pharmaceutical drugs to the medical centers across Ghana. And he's sponsoring my education abroad for me to come back and take care of his hospital as a senior nurse in charge.
Okay. Why should I approve your visa?
Approving this visa will help me have access to the United States, especially the University of Memphis, where I got an admission to pursue my bachelor's in nursing, which I believe this degree will help me acquire more knowledge and skills so that when I come back to my home country, Ghana, I'll be able to take care of my daddy's hospital as a senior nurse in charge.
Okay. All right. Why did you choose this program?
I selected nursing because of my fascination in how to care for patients. I lost a junior brother in years back who was suffering from congestive heart failure, and he was sent to the hospital and the nurses gave him a wrong medications. So since then, I said to myself to become a nurse in order to provide quality health care to the people of my community and anywhere that I found myself. So after my high school, I had the opportunity to offer the 3 years nursing program in the Swaba Nursing School, which have also given me an opportunity to engage with so many patients after graduation.
Okay. Um, in the case where your visa is denied, what would you do?
Whilst I'm looking forward for a positive outcome, if my visa is being denied, I I would like to know the reason for the decision and
So
improve
they'll
my
give you a paper,
application.
right? So they'll give you a
Yeah.
paper. You've been denied before, you know it. They give you a paper. So why should I approve your visa? In your case where your visa is denied, what would you do? You say that um in the case where my visa is denied, I'll reassess myself and reapply. Okay.
Okay.
You
Okay.
reassess yourself and reapply because the paper they give you is assumed that they have given you the reasons for your denial.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Comfort, I do see that you have applied for F2 for your husband. Why do you have that as part of your document?
Please saying these questions have been preparatory.
Yeah, because you brought it up yesterday that you have applied for F2 for your husband. And the purpose of
Yes.
the F1 visa is to go to the US to study. Is your husband going to study with you?
No.
Okay, so go and think about that question, okay?
Okay, but I have a question. Like, can I print my part and leave his?
Yeah, definitely. You can send that to the interview, but if the interviewer finds out, I think that's a problem right there because, like I'm
But
saying,
okay, so can they? Would they able to see
it
if?
really I don't know how much access they have to see those things, but hopefully they don't see it.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So comfort today, that's your homework. You always come up with something new. Comfort. At this point, go and think about how you answer it if they see it. If they don't see it, that will be good for you. But you have to prep in a way that if they see it, it will not be a problem. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So think about it. I'm not sure they will see it because that's something with the school. But anything can come up in this visa interview. So you want to prep in that regard.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Mariam, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready, please.
Wait.
So, Sister May, how do you see my story now? Like,
Yeah, so I think it's basically the same as every day. You have children and you have a husband. You are leaving them in Nigeria or Ghana, and then you go to the US to come and study. Make sure that is your story. There is under no circumstance should pressure even make you say that you have a husband who is on contract leave here and there. Like those things, a lot of things that we see at the visa interview is what causes our denial. So we want to be mindful of what we are saying, right?
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I understand that you've joined multiple sessions of prep, but all those prep sessions to tell you that even if you have a child that you plan that they are visiting you, right now your sole purpose is to get a visa to go and study. So all those stories can wait. Once you are done, even if you get your visa today and you're applying for F2 for your child, no one can do you anything. They can't take your visa from you. Do you get it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Okay.
know that you want your family to go with you, but take your time, get your visa, and then work for them as well.
Okay. 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 Thanks.
Yeah. Mariam,
All right. Good evening.
good evening. Mariam, how are you doing?
I'm good. And
I'm doing well. Mariam, instead of removing comfort. Yeah, hello, Mariam.
hello. I'm here.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, and you?
I'm doing well too. Mariam, tell me about your program.
Okay. I'm going for my master's degree in mathematics with concentration in scientific computing. My program is a 2 years program, and it requires me to complete a minimum of 30 credit hours of coursework and a thesis. Some of the courses I will be taking include numerical linear algebra, optimization, advanced matrix analysis, advanced numerical analysis. All these courses will equip me with the necessary advanced mathematical techniques and computational tools needed to contribute to the power sector.
Mariam, who is funding your studies?
I got a 10-hour valid teaching assistantship that covers my food tuition and part of my living expenses. I have a deficit of $20,000, which will be covered by my payments. My father is a real estate mogul and has 4 estates in Ibadan, Lagos, Abuja, and Osun states. He earns a total annual income of 102 million naira. And my mother is a textile merchant in Ibadan. She has 5 warehouses in Ibadan and Oyo State. She earns the total annual income of 40 million naira.
All right, so your deficit to be funded for by your parents, right? You
Yes,
state the amount in dollars. So we want to be on the safer side and state the amount your parents are making in dollars, okay? So they make an annual of this and this and this naira, which is equivalent to this dollars, all right?
all right,
Yeah, so make sure you do that calculation before you go for your visa interview so that you can add it to whatever you are saying. And then
all
you
right,
mentioned that your mom has real estate. I don't think you mentioned the annual of your mom, but you mentioned the annual of your dad in naira. So make sure you are also mentioning the annual of your mom as well, so that we
all
know how much support they are providing you. Okay,
all right, thank you.
Mariam, what's your plan after school?
Okay, upon the completion of my program, I will be returning back to Nigeria to work with the National Control Center of the Transmission Company of Nigeria.
Mariam, are
To
you currently working with this company?
No, but I did my 6 month industrial training there.
So what is your guarantee that you get an offer with this company?
I don't know yet, but
So
I
that's something
felt
to think about, because what is your current place of work? Is it possible that you say that you come back to your current place of work to assume a higher role? If that's possible, you can say that. Because to say you are coming to work with a company that is not on your resume, the visa officer is most likely to ask you, um, what's your guarantee that you are going to be able to work with this company? Okay.
all right. But I'm working as a graduate teaching assistant right now
At where?
at Federal University of Technology, Mina.
Yeah, I think that's a very good point, because then you can say that you are going to study mathematics to come back to teach. Not all the stories we are saying at this. I know that maybe teaching is not your thing, but right now at this point, teaching is a more feasible story for you to tell. Tell it, okay?
All right, all right. Yes,
Like, do you get my point?
yes, I get.
Yeah. If teaching is a more feasible story to tell to get your visa approved, why not tell it to get your visa approved rather than saying that you work with a company that you don't have any prospect of getting employment with them? It means that if you are not getting employment with the company, you are not coming back. So me too, I will not grant you the visa.
Okay.
So what's your plan after school? You can say that currently I'm working with like maybe Lagos State Institute of Technology, where I teach this course and this course as a graduate assistant. After school, I plan to come back to assume the position of an assistant lecturer in this school. Simple. And because we are currently working there, we deem it more feasible and more doable to grant you your visa.
All right,
All
all right, I
right.
get.
Yeah. Mariam, what would you do if your visa is denied?
Okay. If my visa is denied,
Mm-hmm.
I will reassess myself and reapply.
Okay. Okay, so just think about your comeback story. I think that if you don't have any prospect of getting employment with the company, don't use them at all. Your current place of work is always the most feasible one, and then you can say that in the long run you want to work with. Then you say that company's name. Okay, so your short term can be coming back to be an assistant lecturer, and in the long run you want to work with this company. In the long run can be the next 1 year after you have completed school. Nobody knows.
Okay, okay, I get it.
Yeah. Do you have
Thank
any
you.
questions?
What? I didn't hear you.
Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, I actually have a sister in the US.
Did you put
She's
her on
currently.
PS 160?
I've not even put her, but I have not really finished filling my DS 160, so I'm still on it.
Yeah, you can choose not to add your sister. The fact that she has a she has the same surname with you doesn't tell the visa officer anything about your family. That makes it compulsory for you to put your sister on there.
Yes, I understand, but I have a situation. I helped her to submit her passport for renewal at the DHL office. So I
DHL.
feel
So okay. So the only role you played in a visa renewal is submitting it at the DHL, right?
yes, yes,
She can DHL has not. So in the US, institutions are independent. If you We have something called the USCIS, and we have like the Department of Immigration or something. Those two people, if you don't do anything bad, they have their own information separately. Until you have done something bad and they need to collect information from one source to the other, that's when they know that, oh, this person is this person. Do you get my point? So DHL, even DHL doesn't have anything to do with the US immigration system or how your sister is living in the US. You just send something to her.
no, I didn't say like I helped her to submit that her passport for visa renewal. So I was given there was this form, like a form. There is this relationship
Yeah,
aspect that.
I made my sister feel that too when she was submitting my visa renewal at um DHL. They'll make you fill a form that asks
Yes,
about who you are to the person before you're able to send the visa to the person, right?
yes, yes,
It
yes.
doesn't change anything. It doesn't.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you very much. Thank you. That has been my headache. Thank you very much for this.
Yeah, it doesn't. I've done my visa renewal before, and I made my sister do that. So if my sister is going for a visa interview right now, she doesn't say I'm my sister. The fact that I didn't put it on the DS1, so these systems are not linked together. They are independent of their own until you have done something bad.
Thank you very much for this. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I really
No,
appreciate it. Thank you. I'll get the story right and maybe I'll reach out to you next time. Thank
okay.
you very much.
I just shared my Instagram in the link too. So yeah,
Okay, okay.
I
I'll
think
chat you.
WhatsApp is so flooded right now. So yeah. So just get your comeback story right, and you should be good. You have adequate funding. It's just 20,000. Your parents have the money to sponsor you, so you should be fine. Veronica.
Hello,
Veronica,
please. Yes,
how are you
please.
doing?
I'm fine. Yourself?
I'm good.
Please.
Veronica,
Today is my first time, so
yeah, please subscribe to the channel first of all, please.
okay. Okay, I
Yeah,
will.
you've not subscribed. Veronica, why are you doing that?
I just joined. I saw it on the WhatsApp platform.
Yeah. Okay, so Veronica, tell me about your program.
Okay, so I'm going to the University of Baltimore, which is located in Maryland, to
Were you the
pursue
one
my.
that sent me a message that you did a mistake about Baltimore and what's it?
No,
College
please.
Park? College Park.
No, please. No. It's my first time getting to know you.
Okay. All right. So tell me about your program.
Okay, so I'm going to pursue my master's degree in business administration, where I'll major in entrepreneurship and innovation.
So tell me about your program. I expect you to tell me what are some of the courses you are going to take in this program. How many credit hours is this program? Like, are you going to do a thesis? Are you going to do a capstone? What is the details about this program? So when the visa officer asks you, tell me about your program, they want to know how much you know about the program. So tell them every information that you have, okay? So I don't know if you know the number of courses you are going to take, how many credit hours, is there going to be a capstone and all of that. That is the information you want to give when I ask you, tell me about your program. Okay?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
So Veronica, tell me about your program.
okay. So please, do I still say the master's degree
Yeah,
in
I'm going
entrepreneurship?
to study a master of
Okay,
administration with a concentration in entrepreneurship. This program is a 30-hour course that will help me do a capstone with a real life company that provides me with hands-on experience. During this program, I'll take courses like entrepreneurship, global business management, communication, and negotiation. I have just told you about my program that I read.
okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to the University of Baltimore in Maryland to pursue my master's degree in business administration, and I'll major in entrepreneurship and innovation. And my courses are the social enterprise and entrepreneurship, special topics in entrepreneurship. There's entrepreneurial finance, corporate finance, and it's a 9 credit hours program
9 credit hours for one semester or for the entire semester?
for the entire semester.
One semester or like the 4 years, 2 years of studies?
Is 3 years.
3 years. Then the entire program cannot be 9 credit hours. So go and check that factor in.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it wrong. So if the visa officer also has schooled in the US before, they actually know what you are saying. So you want to be make sure that you are saying facts, because 9 credit hours for a semester makes sense. But for the entire duration of the program, it's not 9 credit hours.
Oh, okay. Hey,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you guys, you shouldn't think that the visa officers don't know. Even we that we have schooled in the US, we know some, so they know much.
Okay. Okay.
So Veronica, how are you funding your studies?
Okay. So my cost of attendance is 50,340, and then I acquired a scholarship of 2,500. The remaining will be taken care of by my brother, who is the managing director of Onat
The
Pharmacy.
remaining of how much?
Okay, so 52. The remaining of 47,840.
Dollars.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Will be taken care of by my brother, who is the managing director of Onat Pharmacy.
All right. So that's all you have to say. What can you want to say a lot of more about someone who is sponsoring for $47,000? Because that's not a joke. So like owner, he's the CEO of the pharmacy. Like how many distribution centers does he have? How many people does he distribute to? All of these are good information you want to say. For 47,000, we have to know who has that amount of money. Okay, and then how much that
Okay,
person is earning.
okay.
So come again. How much is your brother earning?
I'll have to do a research. I don't know much
Yeah.
about.
Okay. Yeah. So it's that's why we joined the prep session, right? Joining a prep session doesn't mean that you should be fully prepared to go for your visa interview tomorrow, but it just draws your attention to what you are lacking in your preparation. So now you know that. Tell me about your program. You want to know the total credit hour you have to do in this entire duration, or if you are looking at a semester, how many semester credit hours are you looking at? How many courses are you taking? Right? And then if you comes to your sponsor, you always want to elevate the person because 47,000 for someone who is even working in the US to save $47,000 is not a joke. So if someone is in Ghana or the person is in Nigeria and can raise that amount of money, then you want to emphasize on what the person is doing that is getting them that amount of money. What is their annual income? What is their bank statements balance? You have to know all these facts, right?
Okay.
Veronica, tell me about your plan after school.
Okay, so after school, I would come back and then assist my brother in his pharmaceutical business.
All right. So what you said you are going to do an MBA. So assist your brother. It sounds like more of a family business. What are you coming to do in your brother's business? Maybe after school, I'm coming back to take up the role of a financial analyst in my brother's pharmaceutical company, or I'm coming back to take up the role of this person in my brother's pharmaceutical company. This tells me that after MBA, you get a lot of offers in the US, right? So if you have something tangible doing in your home country, then you are not going to take these offers. But if you don't have
Okay.
anything really coming to do in your home country, then you have an immigrant intent of staying and taking these offers, even though you have to apply for the jobs in the US as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
So right now, all the questions I asked you, I need you to go work on them. Anytime you
Okay.
have the chance, join the session again. Today is Friday, right? I'm
Yes.
not doing a session tomorrow, but I do a session on Monday. So maybe you have some 3 days to prep. I don't know when your visa interview is, but it's constant practice and then like putting the stories together to sound better. With the F1 visa interview, you are supposed to prove a certain thing. So once you miss that proving, you don't get your visa approved, right? You are supposed to prove that you have sufficient funds to fund yourself in your first year. You are supposed to prove that you have a present intent to exit the United States after school. That's why I'm saying that you have to get something tangible to do in your home country. You have to
Okay.
prove that you have a present intent to go to the United States with the sole purpose of studies. And that's why if someone comes on, they say they have a family or they have a child, I'm asking you, how are you going to take care of your child? Is your child visiting you? If your child is visiting you, then it means that you plan to relocate your family to the US. So why should I approve your visa? So these are the things you want to consider while you are putting your stories together. Okay,
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
no problem. Adjoa, are you ready?
Yes, please, I'm ready.
Adjoa, tell me about your school. Adjoa, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. Please, what did you say?
Tell me about your school.
Okay, so the school I'm going to is Lamar University. It is a public university located in Beaumont, Texas. It was established in the year 1928, and then the current president is James Taylor. It offers a wide range of programs from various levels, and then it's the MBA program at Lamar University is has a strong focus on preparing students
with the skills, knowledge, and experience to take up leadership roles.
All right. How are you funding your studies?
I've been awarded a scholarship and an out-of-state tuition waiver of $8,344 and the deficit of $20,002 will be covered by.
I've been awarded a scholarship and an out-of-state.
Will be covered by my elder brother in the person of AK, who is a clinical pharmacist and the CEO of Ali Pharmacy. He makes an annual income of $60,000 and he's sponsoring because he wants me to
Clinical
equip
pharmacist
myself
and the CEO
the
of Ali.
skills, knowledge, and experience to take up a role of a clinical manager at his pharmacy, which is currently being expanded to include a clinic.
Okay, Adra, what's your plan after school?
Upon successful completion of my Master's in Business Administration program with a concentration in healthcare administration, I'll come back to Ghana and take up the role of a clinic manager at Ali Pharmacy, a pharmaceutical company owned by my brother, which is currently being expanded to include a clinic.
Okay, I think I heard this story yesterday as well. All right,
Yeah.
Adra, convince me to approve your visa.
Approving this visa will enable me travel to the United States of America, particularly to Lamar University, to pursue a 2-year full-time Master's in Business Administration and Management program with a concentration in healthcare administration, to equip myself with advanced business and health administrative skills such as strategic management skills, marketing, financial management, healthcare operations, healthcare regulation skills, to come back to Ghana and take up the role of a clinic manager at
All
Ali
right.
Pharmacy.
Yeah, Adra, I think your stories are good. Like, I don't have any feedback for you. Um, your comeback story is also very good. Now you're coming back to work with your brother, which is fine. So, like, do you have any questions?
Mm, no, I don't have any question.
Okay.
Please, I want you to ask me about um
You took a
how.
gap year.
No, I didn't. I want you to ask me on like my academic background since I'm a nurse and then I'm going for a master's in business administration, so maybe.
Oh, got it.
But the
All right.
concentration is healthcare administration, so
Okay, so I do see that you are currently practicing as a nurse. Why this program in business administration and healthcare administration?
okay. So I chose to study this program because my elder brother, who is the CEO of Ali Pharmacy, is expanding his pharmacy to include a clinic. And I'll be coming back to take up the role of a clinic manager to assist in the um, overall operation of the clinic.
Yeah, I think that's a valid point. It's a
Okay,
very good point because if you are doing nursing right now and you just decided to do nurse administration, it means there's a reason, right? And your brother is a reason behind it. But
okay,
also, so let's say the visa officer asks you, are you going to do away completely with your nursing degree? Are you going to practice nursing? What are you going to say?
okay. I'm not going to do away with nursing completely because, as a clinic manager, my experience as a nurse has given me a good foundation for this clinical role. For instance, as a nurse, I tend to supervise junior staff. I administer medication, just to mention a few. And these skills are skills that I can actually train newly qualified nurses or the nurses we are going to employ. I can actually train them to um, execute their duties well. I don't know whether I've answered the question.
Yeah, so if I get you are not only being a nurse administrator at the clinic, you can also double as a trainer to train the nurses because you have an experience in nursing. That's what you want to say, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's a valid point. The whole incident with your brother's pharmacy is a good point, only if it does exist and it's true that that works for you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Aziz, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh,
How are you doing?
yeah, I'm fine. I tried connecting the other time. I think the network was bad.
Yeah, it happens, you know. What's your plan? What's your plan after school, Aziz?
Oh, officer, upon the successful completion of my master's degree program in engineering, I'll be returning back to my alma mater where I currently work as a graduate research assistant to take up a role as an assistant lecturer. As an assistant lecturer, I'll be taking courses on I'll be taking courses on water treatment processes, water quality modeling, and also I'll be taking lab sessions for undergraduate students. For undergraduate students, also with my research, I would also be consulting for the Federal Ministry of Water Resources on water quality problems.
Okay, Aziz, how are you funding your studies?
I have been awarded a scholarship in form of an assistantship, which covers 100% of my tuition and living expenses.
You've been awarded a what?
I have been awarded a scholarship in form of an assistantship, which covers 100% of my tuition and also my living expenses.
So you don't have any deficit on your I-20, correct?
I do not have any deficit.
Congratulations on that. Okay.
Thank you.
So what's your plan after school? I just asked you what's your plan after school, right? What
Yes.
did you say you were coming to do?
Yeah, I'll be coming back to my alma mater where I currently work as a graduate research assistant to take up a role of an assistant lecturer, where I'll be taking courses on water treatment process, water quality modeling, and environmental engineering.
Okay. That's good. All right. Do you have any family in the US?
No, officer, I do not have anyone in the US. My
Okay.
families are all here in Nigeria.
Okay. Are you married?
No, I'm single.
Okay. Okay. Tell me about your program.
My program is a 2 years master's degree program where I'm expected to take a credit unit course of 30 hours. In this program, I would be taking courses in water treatment processes, advanced engineering analysis, air pollution control, and water pollution control, amongst others. Also, for my program, I will be completing a thesis at the end of my program, and I would also be publishing at least two research papers with my professor, in person of Professor Itzel Marquez, that I'll be working under during my master's degree program.
All right, Aziz. I do see that you have full funding. Why did you choose the USA?
Officer, I chose the USA because of the quality of research done by Professor Itzel in the area of water treatment, where of which her interest aligns with mine, where we are trying to develop new adsorbent materials that are capable of cleaning dirty water, that contribute to the sustainable development goals of clean water and sanitation. This research this research is unique, and it helps to it helps to contribute to the sustainable development goals of the United Nations. So the
Okay.
US is a
Aziz,
destination.
I get what you're trying to say, but the beginning was not convincing enough. So I said that why the US, right? So
Okay.
you can say that while you are trying to study wastewater management, sorry, I might get the course wrong. While you are trying to study wastewater management, you were researching and then you came across this professor who is currently
Okay.
researching in this and this
This and
the
this.
research work of professor whoever, let's say Professor Aziz, caught your attention, where you reached out to her and then you found out that your research interest aligns. So the research, then you start explaining what you just did, and then it's good that you brought in the SDGs because it's a very good it's an area of concern when it comes to the US, right? So it's just the beginning.
Okay, okay. I think I get that. I would love to answer you again.
Okay, so Aziz, why the US?
Officer, while doing my research on Google Scholar, I came across a research done by Professor Itzel. I
Mm-hmm.
came across a research done by Professor Itzel, and I discovered that this research on water treatment processes aligns perfectly with my background and research area. So I reached out to her for possible research collaboration, and she was pleased due to our similar research interest. She was pleased to have me in a lab. So I applied I applied to the university, and I was admitted into the
So
program.
there's a question that says tell me about your application process, right? That's where you tell me when you apply to the university. I'm just telling you why did you choose the US? Don't get the question wrong. So I just want to know why you chose the US, and I gave you the answer based off what you were starting to say. Because why the US? You want to talk about the things that make US education different from the other universities or other part of the world, and you can talk about cultural diversity. You can talk about the technology advancement and all of that. But with you, you wanted to state why this school in the US, and which you can also use to answer why the US. I don't know if you get my analogy. But right now,
Again,
you have diverted the question to tell me about your admission process. Because when you reach out to the professor and then you reach interest aligned with yours, you want to state that how the professor conducts the research is what makes it different and then made you choose the US over the other schools, and then you end it there. Or you can also say that you can see that this school in the US is conducting their waste management in such that it aligns with the sustainable development goals, where you are also an advocate of the attainment of the sustainable development goals, and hence you chose the US.
I get. I'll
Do you get?
practice these lines. Yes.
Yeah. So you have funding, right? Yesterday, I know 3 days ago, we got someone that was joining these sessions and they got funding, and they had just 3 questions. Why the US? Why this program? Right? And then what's your plan after school? Because once you have the funding, what's your plan after school is, do you have strong ties to your home country? Are you going to come back? That's one requirement. Why the US? You have to know why you are going to the US with the sole intention to study, right? So what influenced you to choose the US? You have to satisfy that requirement, because now your funding is not a requirement for you anymore if you have full funding. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have full funding, so I want you to prepare in that regard with that confidence and put your words together. I'm hoping to see you on Monday. I think today is your first time.
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, you can join other mock sessions, and I don't know, the feedback might be different, but to me, I'll not tell you the story is correct. You know, some people, once you have full fund, they think that your visa interview is easy, but it's better you over prepare than under prepare. So it's better to get the stories right. Okay. Mind you, the
Yes.
story you are telling me is not wrong. It's just how you have to put it together. And I understand maybe your visa interview is not close. So you just want to take your time and prep, be eloquent in whatever you plan to say, and your visa should be approved, especially with full funding.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have other questions for me?
No. So when you go and prep and you're able to join the session now, once these ones are good, like I can say, oh, I don't have any feedback, then we can, like, I'll be like, what if you get a job offer after school in the US? What's your plan? How many professors did you research about them when you're applying to your school? What influenced you to apply to this school in the US? There are a lot of questions.
Thank you.
Yeah, but don't not worry, you don't have a much problem. Like, especially once you are funding, 80% of your problem is solved.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. I hope I didn't die your vim because I don't like your response.
No, I'm fine. I
Yeah,
get you.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Goody, are you ready?
Yes, I am. Good evening.
Good evening. Goody, how are you funding your studies?
Oh, okay. I have a 2,000 scholarship, and 19,880 will be sponsored by my mentor. Her name is Chiwendo Odonzo Constance. She has gone ahead to pay for my first year semester of $2,740,000. I've known her for over 6 years now, and she has been the one sponsoring my studies. And she's willing and committed in helping me sponsor me through my program in the US. She's a nurse by profession and makes an annual income of $144,000.
Goody, this story is good. Like, but I've always told you to bring the money first.
Okay.
Yeah, I know this
Before the
story. Came
profession.
up with this story together. You have to emphasize a relationship, and now you do emphasize your relationship with her. But it looks like the money there, you want to keep it at the bottom, which is fine.
Okay.
Okay. Goody, tell me about your program.
Okay, an associate degree in nursing at Stony Ulster is a 2-year program. But before getting into the men nursing program, I will be taking prerequisites in English, and before getting into the men nursing program.
All right. Okay. Goody, what's your plan after school?
Okay, once I'm done completing my associate degree in nursing, I'm definitely coming back to Nigeria to resume a role in my current place of work as a nurse, where I'll be using my experiences that I have gained at Sony Ulster to provide genuine treatment, concentrating on critical and emergency care.
All right, Goody, I do see that your sponsor resides in the US. What is your guarantee that you are going to come back to the Nigeria?
Oh, okay. Um, I have a job here in Nigeria, which I'll be returning back to. Secondly, I have my parents. My parents are getting of age, and I'm sure going to be here. I'm sure going to come back to Nigeria to take care of them. Secondly, thirdly, I have a long career goal of joining an NGO that provides free medical treatment in my community. So definitely, I'm returning back to Nigeria.
Okay. Goody, convince me to approve your visa.
Approving my visa will give me the legal access to the United States of America, specifically SUNY Ulster, to pursue my associate degree in nursing. This degree will equip me with the necessary skills, knowledge, and experiences that I need. Experiences like hands-on clinical experience, for example, working one-on-one with patients, providing patients with genuine treatment, and also practicing patient advocacy, which I'll be returning back to Nigeria to resume a role in the clinic where I'm currently working as a nurse, to use the experiences I have gained at SUNY Ulster to promote my country, concentrating on critical and emergency care.
Okay. Okay. Your visa is approved, Goody. Yeah.
Thank you. I have a question.
Okay.
I think today you were asking someone that was going for an associate degree, why not a bachelor's degree in this field?
Mm-hmm.
And I already have a response, but I don't know if that makes sense. I just wanted
You
to say
also
it
have
out to you.
a bachelor's degree and you're going for associate degree.
Yes, I have a bachelor's degree in biochem,
And then you are going for an associate degree in what?
in nursing.
So why? Okay, then let me ask you. I can see you have a bachelor's degree in biochemistry. So why are you going for a degree, associate degree,
An
which
associate degree in nursing.
in nursing? And what is the correlation between these programs?
Oh, okay. I've always wanted to be a nurse, but in the year 2017, Imo State University did not accredit nursing. So I went into biochemistry because it also has to do with the healthcare section. But working in Lifesavers Healthcare Clinic has made me to realize that biochemists don't really have access in advocating for patients. And that has always been my dreams of being there for people because of my life personal experience. That is why I'm switching from biochemistry to nursing in order for me to fulfill my dreams, come back to Nigeria to take up a role as a nurse, where I'll be using the experiences I have gained at Stony Ulster to improve my community.
Yeah, I think this works.
Um, the thing I was talking about was, if they ask, okay, you're going for an associate degree in nursing, why not a bachelor's degree in nursing? I already have an answer to it. I just want to say it out to you to know if it
Okay, I'm
actually
listening.
makes sense. Yeah, if they ask me that, I would tell them that an associate degree takes 2 years to be completed, and it will give me a lesser time to spend in the United States, and also it will give me the platform and the experiences that I need to come back to Nigeria to resume a role at my current place of work as a nurse, where I'll be using the experiences I've gained to
Yeah.
concentrate on
I
critical
think you can
emergency care.
also, like, this is where you emphasize on the correlation. And if I say correlation, how similar is biochemistry to nursing, right? So you can say
Okay.
that your bachelor's degree has given you the prerequisite skills and knowledge that you need for your nursing career. And to pursue an associate degree, then you add the reasons that you are saying. But you want to make sure that the associate degree, the bachelor's degree is not a waste. It's becoming prerequisite for you to be able to do the nursing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Moyo, how are you doing? Moyo. Moyo. I think Moyo is on the call, but he's not on the call. Remove from stage. Delta, how are you doing? Fatima. Fatima has been trying since we started.
I'm fine.
Yeah, please give me a
I'm
second.
fine.
Fatima has been trying, but I can't add her for some reason. Fatima, did you leave the Zoom and came back? Like, can you leave completely and come back? Like, I can't add you and I feel so bad. All right. Delta, how are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm doing well.
Yeah, we thank God. Pass me your document. Delta, tell me about your
Okay.
program.
Here they are. I'm going to New Haven University to pursue my master's degree in cyber security and network with a concentration in software security. Yeah, I'm required to earn 30 credit hours of coursework, which 12 credit hours is allocated for my required course, and 9 credit hours for my seminars, then 9 credit hours for my elective course. Some of my coursework include computer and information security, computer and information security assurance, auditing, cryptography, and data analysis.
All right. How are you funding your studies?
I've been awarded a scholarship of $8,931,000. The remaining deficit will be covered by my dad, Dr. Otubo William. He's a doctor at Lagos University Teaching Hospital. He's into private practice. He owns Biomed Hospital with over 30 staff. He made an annual income of $296,000 with a net profit of $95,000. He's passionate about my studies and he wants the best for me. That's why he's sending me to the US to get a professional degree to advance my career.
I was talking and I muted myself. What's your plan after school?
Yes, at the end of my program, I'll return to my home country and continue my work, this time around as a senior web developer. I will use the knowledge and skills I've acquired to train my subordinates, making them to be aware about international best practice on how to carry out their duties, thereby improving output and productivity in my company. Also, this program will prepare me for the future if I plan to set up my own company on the long run, whereby I'll be chance to automate small and medium businesses, making price affordable for everyone.
All right, Delta, convince me to approve your visa.
Yes, approving this visa will make me a cyber and security and network professional, which will earn me a promotion to a top managerial level in my company. Thereafter, this program, this approving this visa will make me train my subordinates, also making them to be aware about international best practice on how they can carry out their duties. Also, approving this visa will prepare me for the future, for I plan to set up my own company in the nearest years.
Okay. Delta, convince me to approve your visa.
Yes, approving this visa will give me the opportunity to travel to the United States, whereby I'll be opportune to meet with some of the professors in my department, whereby they will train and enlighten me about what my course is all about. I'll be well equipped with the right skills to advance my career upon upon the completion of my course.
Okay. Yeah, I'm approving your visa. You said your dad is funding you.
Please come again, sir. Ma?
Did you say your dad is sponsoring you?
Yes, my dad is my sponsor.
And you yesterday you were the one that didn't have the guarantee letter, right?
No, no, I'm not the one.
You have a guarantee letter from your dad?
Yes, ma.
Okay. I think that works.
Thank you.
Yeah, we should be good, yeah.
Please, I have a question.
Yes, please, you can.
Yeah, please. While I was filling my DS-160 form, I mistakenly click an option where they asked me, "Have I been previously employed?" I said no, and I'm currently employed. So I don't know if that's a red flag.
Yeah, go and change it because you don't want to say you are unemployed.
Okay, okay,
And for the DS-160, you can always change it. So you can go and make that change. Especially when you are truly employed, you have to go for that.
okay. Can you please email me? I can go about.
How to edit your DS-160?
Yes, I already completed the registration and I submitted it.
Yeah, you can edit it. Are you in the WhatsApp page that we have?
No, no.
I'll drop the link to the WhatsApp page, and you join, and then you can ask people. I've showed other people how to do it. Okay.
All right, thank you. I
No
appreciate.
problem.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Ade Kenny.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, how are you doing?
Fine, thank you. Are you?
I'm good. Um, tell me about your program.
Okay. I've been admitted to study an associate degree in nursing in Georgia State University, Spiritual College. The course requires 71 credit hours. So 36 hours focuses on general education, while 35 hours focuses on core nursing courses. Some of the general courses include anatomy and physiology, foundation of microbiology, introduction to general physiology, and many more. Um, some of the major nursing courses are psychiatric, mental health, pediatrics, nursing, and the rest. Another critical aspect of this program is hospital placement and clinical rotation. The combination of these courses and the practical equips students with the knowledge and skills required to provide safe and effective care to patients. And also, it enables them to perform assessments, develop and implement care plans, and evaluate patient outcomes.
Okay. Convince me to approve your visa, Adele.
Um, okay. Approving my visa will not just give me the access to uh will not just give me the access to fulfill my nursing study in the US, but it will also help me to make my dream of becoming a registered nurse a reality. And this will equip me with the necessary skills that I need to provide nursing care or adequate care to patients upon my return back to Nigeria.
Are you currently working in the as a nurse?
I have worked as a community health worker for 7 years in Nigeria, but currently now I'm in the UK and I work as a nursing assistant.
Oh, so you are in the UK and you want to move to the US?
Yes,
Why?
to study for the nursing program, to study for the nursing program.
So there is no nursing program in the UK that you can study for?
The nursing programs in the UK, they do not, the nursing programs in the UK do not, the curriculum, like they don't give, okay, let me say it this way. The nursing programs that are done in the UK, they are like the students are made to specialize from their first year. Is it that you are going for adult nursing or you are going for mental health nursing? But the nursing programs that are offered in the US, it has a broad curriculum that allows students to have a, you get to have knowledge about every specialty, pediatrics, mental health. Yeah, it's just broad. So, and this
That
degree is,
that's a good point. But my question right now
yes,
is, after school, where are you going to? Like the UK or the Nigeria?
going back to Nigeria, and this nursing degree that I'll be
You,
getting from the US.
at this point, I'm not a visa officer anymore. But you and I know that that's a lie, right?
What is a lie?
Like going back to Nigeria.
That's not a lie.
Mhm. Like you are telling the visa officer that you are leaving UK. Currently, you are leaving UK as a worker, not even as a student, right?
Yeah.
To the US to study and to go back to Nigeria. I'm not going to lie you. You can text me on WhatsApp and I'll send you a lady who had a similar experience and was denied. I'm not trying to say your visa is denied, but these are questions that you have to give it a second thought, right? Like, how am I going to convince the person about this? Because that one, the person was in Ghana, living in Ghana, and she's Nigerian. And she's telling the visa officer that after school in the US, she's going back to Nigeria to work with the company's branch in Nigeria, the company she's currently working in Ghana, to work with the company's branch in Nigeria. And she said the interview was going on well. She didn't even know what caused it until the visa officer asked her that why would you not come back to Ghana where the company is currently working, but you'll be going back to Nigeria in the new branch where you have not worked before.
Mm.
Did you get my analysis?
Yeah. I get it.
She did a voice note. I can send it to you. She did a voice note, and if she speaks, she's a Nigerian, so it's not like I'm making something up. That's why I was like, let's take the fact that I'm trying to be a visa officer aside. You and I know that you are using school as a bait to come to the US. So I'm not saying your story is completely trashy, but you have the extra responsibility of convincing the visa officer why you want to come to the US and why you want to move to the UK too. So it can be two ways. Maybe you want to relocate to Nigeria from the UK, but currently with the degree that you have, you need a top up that will help you work with a certain company in Nigeria. And that's why you're pursuing this degree in the US. And the US, because of the reason you gave me, the US gives you a broad perspective of the nursing degree rather than UK where you start your specialization from the scratch. But the intention is
Okay.
that you want to relocate from the UK. But at least you need the necessary skills to thrive in Nigeria. That's why you are passing through Nigeria to get that degree and then going back to Nigeria. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. All right. I get that part.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I can't say I'm coming back to the UK. It will still be Nigeria, but I should be able to
Yeah.
plan. Okay.
So
All
when
right.
they ask you any question, be like, "Or what's your plan after school?" Maybe the person may not ask you why you are leaving the UK. What's your plan after school? Currently, I'm leaving the UK, but my family. I don't know if you have a family there. We are planning to relocate to Nigeria. Before I relocate to Nigeria, I want to make sure I have the necessary skills to thrive as a nurse. That's why I want to do this short 2 years associate degree in the US to get this knowledge and skills where I'll be able to come back to work with this company as a nurse practitioner in Nigeria. So the intention is that you are exiting UK already, but you need something that will make you competitive in the Nigerian nursing industry.
Okay. Yeah.
That makes sense. Thank you.
No problem. All right, Moyo, are you ready now? Ade, do you have any more questions?
No, that's just the major concern, and you've addressed it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay. My about my sponsor. My husband will be sponsoring me. I think that's fine.
Yeah, is your husband living in Nigeria or UK?
I can't. It doesn't really stay here. Like he goes to Nigeria and come back.
Okay. Okay, so that doesn't matter. Your husband has been transiting, and that's even a very good point. Your husband doesn't stay in the UK with you, so your husband has been your husband stays in Nigeria, right?
Yeah.
So you have said that even though you live in the UK, your husband stays in Nigeria, and now you want to start your own nuclear family of making children. That's why you another point. So there's a lot of reasons can make your visa approved. Once you have said that you want to get the necessary knowledge and skills, and you can say that one main reason of relocating right now from your UK to Nigeria is that your husband lives in Nigeria and your husband is not someone. He has a very good job that he doesn't want to relocate.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Mm.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Moyo, are you ready? Fatima, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Oh, sorry, you really you have tried Sarah to join. I feel so bad and I'm sorry. But at least you've been able to join now.
Yes,
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you too?
Yeah. How I what did you do to be able to rejoin? You left the live completely?
No, I downloaded the app.
The stream yard.
Yes.
Hey, wow. Thank you for joining. Fatima, tell me about your program.
Okay, so my program is the medical laboratory program. The medical laboratory program in Hartwell College is a 4-year program leading to a Bachelor of Science degree in medical laboratory science. To complete this degree, I'll be taking courses in biology, chemistry, biochemistry, and mathematics, which is going to provide me with a strong foundation in scientific principles and enhance my critical thinking as well as my career.
Is your program masters or bachelor's?
Bachelor's.
Okay. Okay, so what's your plan after school?
Okay, so my plan is to return to my home country after graduating. I plan to apply the knowledge and skills I've gained in the US to help in the development and growth of my country by taking a career in a government hospital and performing accurate and reliable test results in the treatment of diseases to improve patients' care.
Fatima, did you take a gap year?
Yes, see, that's my problem. Yeah, I took a gap year.
How many years?
Okay, so I completed high school in 2019. And after this journey, I started applying to school in 2021. But since things were slow, I applied. Currently, I'm a student in the University of Ghana, reading education, which is a course I don't like. So this way, I don't know how to explain to the visa officer if he's to ask me
So are
what
you
have I
currently
been
what
doing.
level of education are you in University of Ghana?
Level 400.
So are you planning to finish the education before you come?
No, my initial plan was to like the process I was doing. If I was to succeed in it, my plan was to leave it and just continue with the
Hey,
course I want to do.
you want to waste the 4 years?
Not that, but if I'm done and I want to come back to the University of Ghana, I can come and complete this. But now that's not my goal.
Okay. Do you have funding?
Yes, if I have funding.
I think with this your situation, I have to put on my camera. How are you funding your studies?
Okay. My mother will be the one funding for my education in the US. She's a businesswoman who owns a cosmetic shop in Accra. She travels to Nigeria and other West African countries to import them. She earned a minimum of $25,000 to $30,000 annually. And she's been in the business for a decade now.
So you don't have funding, Seth. Your mom is funding you, right?
Yes, I've also secured a scholarship, a partial scholarship.
So so then you didn't answer my question. If a visa officer asks you how are you funding your studies, first of all you want to mention the scholarship. I've been fortunate to be awarded a scholarship of, let's say, $10,000. The remaining of my deficit in the amount of $8,000 to be funded for by my mom. My mom earns an annual income of $20,000 and deals with the importation of a product. She goes to Nigeria to source a product and come back to distribute to. So do you get my point? So Fatima,
Yeah.
how are you funding your studies?
Okay, so basically I've secured the partial scholarship and my mom is going to fund for the rest. She's a business owner who owns a cosmetic shop in Accra. She travels to Nigeria and other West African countries to import them. She earned a minimum of $25,000 to $30,000 annually. She's been in the
So how
business
much
for a
is your
decade now.
deficit? I want to know how much is your deficit?
My deficit.
After the scholarship, how much is your deficit? Do you know your deficit?
Okay, on my I-20, is my personal funds is $37,524.
Yeah, so that's your deficit.
Okay. For 10 months.
Yeah. So what business does your mom do?
Sells cosmetics.
And and she makes more than 37,000.
Yes.
All right. You have your mom's bank statement.
Okay. I don't have it with me now.
No, but you are planning to send a bank statement to the visa interview, right?
Yes.
And then, okay, with your mom, maybe you want her to write a letter that she's going to sponsor you. And, like, especially when you say that she deals with cosmetics, you don't know. You want to also make sure you're stating the amount of money the industry is worth. So, like, she sells cosmetics in an industry that is worth. So maybe quickly search what is the worth of the cosmetic industry in Ghana or in Nigeria. And then you convert it to dollars, which gives the visa officer a fair idea of the business your mom is doing. Because to me, if you say somebody is selling cosmetics, it's 50-50. The person can be a big person in the cosmetic industry or a peasant cosmetic seller. So you want to clarify yourself with that and have a guarantee letter and support
Please,
letter.
can you come again? Hello, please, can you come again? I don't get it.
I'm saying that you should state the amount of money the cosmetic business is worth in Nigeria or in Ghana, so that the visa officer will understand what you are saying, that if the person is dealing with cosmetics, it's not like he has a small shop. Because some of us, if you hear that, it's like the person has a small shop selling pomade. Do you get it? But your mom can be a big person in the cosmetic industry. Okay?
Okay.
And also, you want to get a guarantee letter from your mom, okay?
All right.
Yeah. And I also think that this is just not a visa advice. Just in case things don't go as planned, just complete your 4 years education and then reapply to your dream program, right? There's not a bad thing to have like 2 degrees at a time. Because personally, I know someone who was investing in Ghana. She was in 3rd year or 4th year. She got a very good program in the US, but she did not get funding. And I literally advised her, right? But like, I guess she had a visa even without funding. That's what I'm saying. It's not like
the feedback I'm giving means that your visa will not be approved. Visas can be approved on different conditions. People have zero funding and they get their visas approved. So if you get your visa approved, congratulations. But if things don't go as planned. So this person that I'm talking about came to the US. She still didn't get funding, so she was not able to go to school. She came back to Ghana and thinking she would apply and get funding again. She did not get enough funding and she somehow came again, right? And then things went really bad, in my opinion. So you want to make sure that you are being mindful of your choices, okay? In as much as we want to come to the US, if your visa is denied and you are in final year, I'll just say you should complete the final year before.
I have about 4 weeks to complete school.
And you are and you are telling me if your visa is approved, you are going to make your 3 years waste. Like 3, almost, let me say 4 years.
I write a letter to the head.
That
Yeah, I'll say the reason why I want to leave. And also my sister was saying she completed University of Ghana. She was like she has friends that along the line they had to leave for the US and they wrote a letter and they agreed that when
no,
they come
but
back.
this one you have just 4 weeks.
But my interview is in August too.
So please, like I'm advising you not as a visa officer, like as a friend. 4 weeks, you might be doing your project or you might not be even going for classes. Put in your all complete and then come to the US. You have a 2 degrees. 2 degrees. If you are left to 4 weeks and you don't even complete it, you don't have the degree yet, Fatima.
Okay, so here like the case that my interview is on 8th August and my program started on 17th August.
So you said you have 4 weeks to complete. When is your graduation? When is your last day of class?
Our graduation is next year.
Forget about the graduation. When is your last day of class?
My last day of class is in about 2 weeks' time.
Fatima, wo dey ko school ni wie why? I got 2 weeks pay. Just go 2 weeks there. You can toggle your visa interview preparation and your classes, right? Once you are done with the classes, if you are leaving, it's not like you are deferring the program. Don't write to them that you are deferring. Once you are done with your last day of class, what's the next thing that happens?
I'll pack my things and come home. I'll pack my things and come home.
We are like I'm in the US, right? I've been here for like for some reason for almost 3 or 4 years. I don't even remember at this point. I've not been here for long, but Fatima, once you get here, like my friends who even came after me, they're like, "Oh, it's US, and this is not to discourage you to come to the US, but this is you that you have 2 years ago. So you've done a program worth 4 years, and you have just 2. There are people which nothing are going on in Ghana for them, like nothing. Bibia and Koye. And to Sani Panaka me say she's coming to the US. It makes perfect sense. But you are pursuing a degree, finish it and come. Okay. You can write to the school here that due to your visa preparations, your program was denied. So you'll be joining your first 2 weeks in class. Make sure you have finished the degree here before you go. You have more time. I know you finish it, but just say you're thinking that once your visa is approved, you have to leave. Even if you are leaving, you are done with classes, so you can leave. But maybe projects, defense, and those things, you can work around it with your team, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but you can text me on WhatsApp. Joshua is gone. I was just about to interview Joshua because I'm done with Fatima. I just needed to address this because the person I was talking about, she came and she wasn't able to go to the school because she didn't have funding and she went out of status to go out of status in the US. But in your case, at least if you get the visa, you're coming to school that you have funding, your parents are funding you. This is the case. But like I'm trying to say that things can go really bad. Mm-hmm. Joshua, I'm sorry for that. I needed to talk to
I'll text you on WhatsApp.
Okay. I needed to talk to Fatima because that was a serious issue. Joshua, how are you doing?
Joshua. Joshua, can you hear me?
Okay, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. How are you doing?
Good evening.
Yeah, Joshua, how are you funding your studies?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. Good evening. I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, how are you funding your studies?
Good evening, thank you.
Yeah, how are you funding your studies? Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you.
Yeah, how are you funding?
Yes, I have. I'm going to fund my studies through a loan application, student loan application from the Empower program of $45,000. That will take care of my cost of living and tuition fee.
Did you say Empower?
Yes, through Empower financing program.
Okay, so how are you planning to make your loan repayments?
Okay, I'll be paying the interest while I have a business in Nigeria that I run in form of home tutors where I have people of teachers that work with me. So I generate a monthly income of over $800 on a monthly basis. So I hope to use part of this money to service my interest while it doesn't accumulate before my 2 years of program. Then when I'm done, I also want to use the skill I acquire from my postgraduate program to expand the frontier of the home tutoring business that I run. And beyond that, also to make it easier for me to pay the loan, I also have some friends who are already working in eyebrow schools here in Nigeria that
Joshua,
intend to connect me with
Joshua,
with their school, so I can also apply to teach as an or to be an instructor as an educational instructor,
Joshua, can you hear
as an
me?
educational technology instructor in the schools. Can you hear me?
Hey, Joshua, they are saying, listen, oh, Joshua.
Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Hello,
you.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Joshua, I was
Okay.
saying this man cracked me up.
Sorry.
Hey, Joshua. Hey, Joshua, you are making the evening interesting. Anyway.
Okay, so what's the error I
Yeah,
made? Can
Joshua.
you
So
let
I
me
was
know?
trying to say that you were saying a lot of things because I asked you how you are going to make the loan repayment, but there's a shorter way out, right?
Okay.
You said you have a business that
Okay.
makes you an income of $800 a month, so you're going to use that income to pay. But you also mentioned that you have a team that you are working with, which means that not the $800 is not an income for just you. So you can't say that you are using it for just your use, right? But you should know that Empower gives you monthly living expenses. Let me clarify. Did your loan classify that they are going to give you living expenses every month?
Yes, this is how it works. I will have to go to my school to collect
Yeah, so
living expenses for every month. Yes.
they give your school an amount of money. Your school takes the tuition from it and the school gives you the living expenses either for the semester,
Yes.
which can be like about 10,000, or they give you for a month. So the amount they give you,
Yes.
how much are you going to spend from it? Your rent and your food. So the story I'm giving to everybody on this call is that you get an amount of money from Empower Financing. You calculate how much you're going to spend monthly on rent and food, and the remaining can be used to make your
Okay.
loan repay. Do you get it? So if you think the business is not just for you and you cannot use the $800 to fund for yourself, then you can take that route. How are you paying your student loan repayments? I was approved for living expenses expenditure with Empower. That will give me an amount of, let's say, 1,500 a month for my living expenses. My main anticipated living expenses will be my rent and my food, which is and anticipated to cost about $500. The remaining of the $1,000 will be left for me to make the loan repayment.
Okay. Okay.
Do you get it? So even though the business
I
is not,
understand.
yeah, so you can say that if the business is not just for you alone, then you can actually say this to just be on the safer side. At least I know somebody with 47,000 deficit that was given their visa last week. So if you want to use that as your reason to, that's fine. Okay. Okay, Joshua, what's your plan after school?
Okay. Okay, but I was thinking, can I also say that, because I'm also to explain. Okay.
Because you spoke for about a minute. No visa officer is going
Sorry,
to
it's breaking.
yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. No visa officer is going to ask you.
Hello? Can you hear
Hello.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I think it's just your network.
Hello, can you hear me, please? Can I go on?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Hello?
Oh no, I'm not. I'm going to drop in. All right. Bismarck, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Hmm?
I'm
Yeah,
ready.
Joshua, I just dropped you because of your network. Make sure you do join again, okay? Bismarck, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well, madam.
Yeah, Bismarck, how are you funding your studies?
I'm I'm using 3 ways to fund my studies.
Okay.
One, I've secured $5,000 scholarship from my school, and then I've taken $50,000 Empower loan to also help me fund my tuition and cost of living and insurance.
All right, Bismarck, how are you going to make your student loan repayment while you are in school?
So whilst in school, my scholarship of $5,000 will go towards my tuition, and then Empower will disperse 25,000 US dollars to me per semester. So out of this, I'm going to take a 9 credit course, which will amount to about $14,000. So the remaining of my $25,000 will then goes to take care of my insurance, health insurance, and then there will be enough left for me to be able to pay for my loan interest for the
Yeah. So
remaining
the money is
month of the
you.
year.
They are giving you the money per semester, but the loan repayment is for monthly. So they are giving you, let's say, 25,000 or 20,000 per semester, and your living expenses. So for you, your most anticipated living expenses becomes your rent, your food,
Yeah.
your living,
Yeah.
your miscellaneous, and your insurance. So
Yeah.
after calculating all of that, you can tell the visa officer that you'll be left with maybe $10,000 for the semester, which is 3 months. So for every month, you're supposed to make a loan repayment of even $800. Then you still have some
Sure.
change. It's just how you
Yeah.
explain it that does not confuse the visa officer.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bismarck, what's your plan after school?
So my plan after school is to secure employment immediately. And I'm confident about this because the program I'm going in for is in higher demand and it's a
Employment
professional
where?
program. Pardon?
Employment where?
Yeah, so my program is in risk management and risk analytics. And this is a program which is in higher demand. And my school has a lot of industrial links with companies across the globe. And every semester there's always a
So
career
I
fair where
asked, what's your plan after school? So I'm expecting you to tell me that you are coming back to Ghana to work with a company or to start your own business or something. But you are talking more of someone who is anticipating to live in the US. Unless I got it wrong, let's take it again. What's your plan after school?
okay, so my plan after school is to immediately return back to my home country and secure employment in an area of risk management and risk analytics. And this is in high demand in my country because there are few people who currently have this experience in my country.
So are you currently working in this field, or is a new field you are coming to pursue and go back to work in?
No, I'm currently working in the insurance industry. So this aligns with what I'm currently doing. But
So you
after
want
my
to say
studies,
that Because when you say in a race company, then it means you don't even know the company yet. But one thing you have to satisfy is that you should be able to work it with a company, right?
Sure.
You should be working with a company. So Bismarck, you want to say that currently I'm working in an insurance firm and they are looking to increase their portfolio to risk management. Pursuing this degree, I'll be able to go back to my home country to assume the position of a risk manager that will help my company to do this. It's just stories and how you get it right.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, because how you said it like you don't even know the company. You didn't make me understand that you have like prior experience in this field. So you want to state, currently I'm working in an insurance firm, and so this degree will help me get on the risk management skills where my company is looking to increase their portfolio. Maybe your company is an insurance firm and they are trying to go into risk management. Whether it's true or not, we don't know. It's just how you tell your story.
All right.
Okay. Bismarck, tell me about your program.
Okay. So my program involves uh, risk management and data risk analytics, and this is a new field in the area of risk because unlike previously, people were just interested in risk management, but now there's a need to add actionable data to communicate risk to people to be able to understand better. So my program is going to give me this experience in risk analytics and risk management, where I'll be able to help my company to strategically plan for, to strategically carry out its plans to achieve
Okay.
key. Uh,
Okay, Bismarck, your last question. Convince me to approve your visa.
okay, so approving my visa means we are going to help the insurance industry to develop its human resource in the area of risk management and risk analytics, where I am going to specialize in to come and help companies make better decisions as far as their risk management area is concerned.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm approving your visa, but my only concern is you have the idea of how you are going to make the loan repayment. Just take your time, break it down, use the numbers to explain. Okay. And then with the what you are doing after school, make sure you're stating that you are currently in the field. Your company, when you say your company is expanding their portfolio, it makes like it's really a good point to make. So you want to be mindful of that as well.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any questions, Bismarck?
Yeah, yesterday you promised sending the 214. I sent a message, I haven't gotten a reply. So
Oh, you wanted to see the 214B, right?
yeah, about my issue about the 2 year
All right.
term.
Let me say a hi right now and I'll send it to you right now.
All right. So I'm sending hi right now.
Okay. Moyo, are you ready? I've been calling you since this session started. You come on and you don't talk. Moyo, are you ready? Moyo.
Hello, ma, can you hear me now?
Yeah, so you've been joining and I've been calling you, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. I guess it was the network interruption. Good evening, Miss Emmy.
Yeah.
Yes, please. I just want to ask a question. Can I go ahead?
Yes.
All right. So I've been confused as to what to do. Although I had asked this question on the group chat, but I got different answers. So I thought to share with you to know the perfect answer. So I have a bank statement
Is it the
for
bank?
99 million
Why
plus.
your rate is 92,000 for a year or 57,000?
Yes, yes, ma. So I was asking if as long as I can defend my bank statement, I can go ahead to use
They
it
won't give you a chance
as my
to your
funding
bank
means.
statement. You might not get a chance to defend your bank statement. That one is not a court hearing that you get a chance to defend whatever document. It's the document that you are giving the visa officer that he is making a decision based on that. So you can tell us that
Okay.
so they said it's not good. I saw it on the page, and when people answered you, I just kept quiet because it was the same thing I was going to say. You can't defend anything. You are giving it to them and they are deciding. So what if they don't ask you any question about your bank statement? What is there to defend? You might want to find a bank statement with a higher amount of money and someone with more money that is funding you than saying you are going to defend it. You found the solution to your problem now. Make sure you are solving it before you go for a visa interview.
Okay, ma. So I got an Empower loan of $42,000. So can I use that and then in addition to the bank statement?
Yes, and do that.
All right. All right. Thank you, ma.
You're welcome. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
that
do
will
that.
be all
That's
for
much
now.
better. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
I said that's much better. Add the Empower to your funding stuff.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma.
When you add the Empower, that means that the bank statement even becomes more than you need, which is good.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't
Yeah.
matter that the Empower loan is higher than the bank statement I'll be using.
No, that's
All
fine.
right. All right. Thank you.
All right. Henry, are you ready? Henry.
Yes, please. I'm available, madam.
Okay. Henry, how are you funding your studies?
So my brother, who is actually the managing director of the group of companies that we own, we actually have a redistribution company, and we run a hospital as well. So this actually situated in Cape Coast. That's the central part of Ghana.
Okay, so how much is your brother earning? You want to give that information, and what
So
is
my
your
brother,
that you want
okay,
to? Mm-hmm.
okay. So my brother earns $100,000 plus other bonuses, but because it's actually a family business, so is base mark salary base mark salary is actually not a rigid one. It varies over time.
Okay. Okay, Henry, what's your plan after school?
So the idea was to the plan after school is to come to is to manage the hospital, because I'm actually going to study MBA in health. So but that's business administration in health. Sorry, I'm trying to gather everything together. It's like I'm stammering or some way.
Mm.
Okay. Okay, so I'm actually going to study business administration in health, and then it's actually made up of 36 credit hours plus extra 9 hours credit hours. Yeah.
You said? Yeah,
Can you hear me?
I heard you. Yeah. So
Yeah.
what's your
So
plan
I'll,
after
I'll be
school? Oh,
yeah. So I'll be coming back to manage the
the
hospital that
family
we.
business, right?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So maybe you want to say it in a nicer way. You be coming back to take the role of a manager or like finance manager, accounting manager to manage the books, and maybe then you want to say that the company is just recently facing this problem, and then with your degree you'll be able to solve this problem by providing the solution. So I know that you've not put together your words very well, but these are the things you want to say to make sure that you're getting your visa approved.
Okay, please.
Okay. All right. Tell me about your program.
So my program is that's business administration in health, and a business administration that's focusing in health, and then it's actually it has it has 36 credit hours and plus extra nine credit hours, and I'm actually going to study business principles, ethical problems, and talk of the other ones. But the extra three courses that I'll be doing will be current issues and trend in health administration, legal and regulatory environment for health, healthcare quality management, and these ones actually emphasize plays major role in the health system. That's why I actually want to study this particular program.
Okay. Okay. And why did you choose this program? So I asked you about the program. So why? I think you merged it. You stated something. You stated the reason why you wanted to study this program. Okay, so
Yeah,
that's fine. Yeah. Who is fund? Sorry, who is funding your trip?
my big brother, who is actually
No. So
the
who is funding your studies is different from who is funding your trip. I just wanted to make sure you know that difference. Who is funding your trip is who is paying for the plane ticket and all of that. Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay. So
Yeah.
your brother is still paying the plane ticket, right?
Yes, please.
Does your brother has any wife?
Yeah, he's married.
But does he have kids?
His kids they are very young. They are in elementary
So
school.
with visa interview, if you are using somebody as a sponsor, we want to make sure that the person doesn't have any financial burden. So you maybe want to say that he doesn't have kids for now, because there's no way they can verify that. Okay.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So you don't want to say that he has children, even though being married can be another responsibility, but at least he doesn't have kids sounds better. Right.
Okay, please.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have any questions?
So I actually got denied last year. That has to do with the same school. It was
Okay, so what has
BSW.
changed?
Come again, please.
What has changed?
Previously it was bachelor's in social work, and now I told them that I wanted to do MBA, so they actually gave me the MBA.
Okay, so the program has changed.
Yes, please, and the degree and the years as well.
Okay, so they definitely would have to have seen that you've been here before. What has changed? And you tell them that your program has changed. But you have to find a reason why there was a change in program. Because if there was no reason, then it means you just want to come to the US.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I actually completed tertiary. I did 3 years in Cape Coast Seneca University. I did marketing, and I completed 2016. So I thought that it was because of the age gap, because from 2016 to 2023 it was quite a very long number of years. So I thought that it was the age gap. So I wanted them to know that I was making a progressive, what do you call it, progressive development in my study. So I decided to choose the MBA, and then something that
Yeah,
would
I
be in
think
line with
that's a good
what.
point. I didn't have this information, so I didn't know there was a gap that also existed. So what has changed? You think that it will still be the program anyways, and I don't know how you are able to fix in the reason for your gap.
Okay, I wanted to say to them that because of the family business, after my national service, I was directed straight to in one of the demanding positions in the company, which actually took that number of years for me to complete
Yeah, and then
my.
this role actually made you realize that you need a master of business administration to be able to excel as a leading stakeholder in your family business. Okay, think that,
Okay,
yeah, that should work. Yeah,
thank you.
yeah, no problem. Okay, so I think you are the last person I'm interviewing today. So I don't, when is your interview?
Well, I'm yet to book my date.
Oh,
I
okay, there
recently
is
got
more
my
time to
interview.
prep. So once you start putting the stories together, you realize what to say and what not to say. So maybe you can start writing down your transcript, like what's your plan after school. Then you write the story. You can give it to multiple people to review your transcript for you, and anyone that reviews it will. I mean, when you're playing the devil's advocate, you're able to pinpoint certain things that should not be there, right? And then
Sure, please.
people like correct you. By the time you get your date, your story should be correct, and this time around, maybe your visa should be approved.
Okay. So I actually put some. I created some. What do you call it?
Transcript.
Some. Yeah, for my. Yeah, the reason why I want to study, and I told I wrote this. Can I read it out, please?
Oh yes, sure.
So is to implement advanced management practices at our hospital, focusing on operational efficiency, patient-centered care, and financial sustainability through technology-driven strategies. So we actually want to also address the needs of marginalized groups such as LGBTQ community in our society, where we feel like people who are into that practices are hidden and eventually get to spread diseases without we knowing who they actually
Yeah.
involve
So,
or engage themselves with. So we want to create certain environments for them to feel included in our hospital without even them knowing that we actually have a tag for them. So we want to create that kind of friendliness or that kind of uh, yeah, environment for them to fit
yeah,
in our clinic. Yeah.
that's actually a good reason too. But what was the question? initially before that answer?
I actually uh, I was talking about why I would want to study in that particular school, and what would be the rationale behind going there to
Oh,
study.
okay. So like, why this school?
Yes, please.
Oh yeah. And then
And
you
then
said
why the United
why
States?
you chose.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I get it. I think that should work. Is it a problem in Ghana or a problem you found in the US?
It's a problem in Ghana, and basically that the community that we are in, nobody would want to come out and say this is what they are doing. So we would actually, we as a clinic, we feel like people doing or engaging that we virtually spread diseases or the HIV AIDS virus without they knowing, without even if they know, um, they will actually go ahead because one, they wouldn't want to come out and say this is what they are practicing, or this is what they are doing. So as a clinic or as a hospital, we want to major in such services where we would actually and get to them, reach out to them and let them know that we care about them. We want them to come
So sort
boldly
of
and
an
then talk to
HIV
us about it so that
campaign,
we give
right?
them contraceptives, things that they can use to protect themselves going
So
forward.
more or less like an HIV AIDS or the virus campaign.
Yes,
Is it like
something
a
like that.
campaign? Yeah.
But also, what do you call it? Yeah, it's more like echoing on how to manage, how to relate well with the LGBTQ
Oh,
community,
okay.
and also
Yeah.
um, the knowing that we are in a world of what do you call it? Diversity and inclusion. So trying to let
Yeah.
them feel at home and not being
As part of
stigmatized or
ourselves.
not being attacked by anybody.
Okay. I think that's a good point too. Very good. Yeah, but
Really?
maybe you not get a lengthy time to explain the whole scenario, right? So like, why this school?
Sure.
Why this school there? This answer will not work, but this can really work as part of your comeback. Like, what are you coming back to do in your own as part of just apart from just being a partner in your family business, you also want to raise awareness on people who identify as other sex and encourage people avoid the stigmatization, because in a part of the world where there is that stigmatization, this is actually a good thing to the white person who is listening to you as a visa officer. A very good thing for them.
Wow.
Yeah, for them, they take it very serious. Trust me. I'm off on the World Cup, so like
Wow.
it's like you capture their attention. But the thing is, it will not work for white. I'm off on the World Cup, Charlie. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Thank you very much.
yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. So with Amy being the last person we are interviewing today, I hope to see you all on Monday, and we'll continue the session. Write your stories. Let's meet and then
You didn't ask me about my deficits. I actually didn't get any
you.
scholarship though.
Yeah, you said your brother is funding you, right?
Yes, please.
Yeah, and I asked you if your brother has children. And you said they have two children. And I'm like, no, don't say they have children. Just say he's married and he currently doesn't have any children, because if he has children, then it means that he has other responsibilities that he has to take care of. So he might withdraw his financial sponsorship. And that's one reason your visa can be denied.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you
So
were expecting a different answer. Like you want, like, how much is your deficit?
yeah, I was thinking that if without scholarship or without funding, would it be a problem? By the way.
Definitely, it is like a concern for the visa officer, because it's the person that you are using as a sponsor able to actually sponsor you, or you are just putting him there to like you are just putting him there because you need someone to be there for the sponsorship part, and then you get to the USA and you get stranded. So it's your responsibility to make them understand that your brother is funding you, and he's funding you as part of an investment to a family business where you come back to work. Your husband currently is married, and your husband makes an annual of $120,000. So you said how much is the deficit?
It's $25,900
Yeah, so I remember you said your husband,
for a year.
your brother makes about $120,000. So 25,000 is like a peasant to that person, but it's your responsibility to make them understand that they are not only sponsoring you, they are also making an investment in the family business where you come back to work.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I was basically wanted to use my grandfather, who eventually is weak and can't actually issue out a statement, because the statement that is supposed to issue out, you would need my uncle, who is actually not in town, to sign. So eventually my brother has to give out a
His
statement,
statement.
because my grandfather actually owns a hospital.
Yeah, I think your
So
brother should be fine as well. Close relatives. Your brother should be
okay.
fine. You make sure you put your brother on your DS160 so that. Did you put him on there?
I'm yet to even feel it, because
Yeah, so once you
we are
the DS160, put your brother on there, because when they pull it and they see that your brother is in the system and you're seeing your brother, it doesn't tell them that it's a lie.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I hope to see you Monday. Maybe the stories would have gotten better after you have written them and we've gone through.
Sure, I'll do so to put them together.
Okay. Okay. All
Thank you
right.
very
That was
much.
much time. Like, see you all on Monday. Bye.